Hello children, welcome back to geography class. So in our last video we discussed regarding the four important seasons that prevails in India, and in that the first one we have discussed regarding the hot dry season or the summer season which prevails between March to May. In today's session we will be discussing regarding the rainy season or the season of southwest monsoon that prevails from June to September. Monsoons are basically land and sea breezes on a large scale. Okay, so land breeze that comes from the land and the sea breeze that comes from the oceans or the seas. Differential heating of the land and sea brings seasonal low pressure trough centered between the Thar desert and the Chota Nagpur. Okay, that is during the hot dry season. Okay, this high pressure gradient builds up between North India with low pressure and the land surrounding water bodies with high pressure. Okay, so that is in the north part of India it will be low pressure condition, and in the southern part it will be high pressure condition, and this low pressure area attracts the southeast trade winds blowing in southern hemisphere. Okay, after crossing the equator these winds are deflected towards the Indian subcontinent as southwest monsoon winds, thus we get the rainfall in the month of June to September. The next, the advance of the monsoons in India. The southwest monsoon breaks first on 1st June over Kerala and Malabar coast. Thus, the first state to receive the onset of the southwest monsoon is Kerala. For 1 mark question, it can be asked. 5th June, they overrun whole of Kerala on the west and Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, proceeding towards North India. 15th June it covers Ahmedabad and Bhopal, and 1st July they cover most of Kutch, eastern Rajasthan, whole of Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and eastern Punjab. Thus 15th July whole of India will be receiving the rainfall from the southwest monsoon. But however this data may change from year to year. Okay, so the dates may vary. Okay, so the onset of monsoon which is mentioned as 1st of June may occur 2nd or 3rd or 5th. Okay, so that will be varying from year to year. Here you can see the images of the southwest monsoons according to the date wise. June 1st it occurs in the Kerala, and as the date increases even the monsoon winds also moves towards the northern part of India. Next we'll see the southwest monsoons are divided into two branches due to the tapering topography of peninsular India. Okay, due to the peninsular India the monsoon winds are divided into two groups. Okay, so one is the Arabian Sea branch and the second one is the Bay of Bengal branch. Okay. First we will take the Arabian Sea branch. The Arabian Sea branch first strikes at the western coast of India in Kerala, and thus it gives heavy rainfall over the windward side of the Western Ghats. Okay, and the leeward side of the Western Ghats, that is the Deccan Plateau or the central region of India, will not receive any rainfall due to this obstruction of the Western Ghats, and this is of the orographic feature. This rainfall is of orographic feature. What is orographic means? It is pertaining to physical features of mountains. Okay. The Deccan Plateau receives very little rainfall due to this feature of windward side and the leeward side. The Deccan Plateau is in the side of rain shadow. Okay, its amount of rainfall decreases as it moves towards the northward. Okay, the moisture bearing wind as it moves towards the north it starts decreasing. You can see in this image the two branches of the southwest monsoon, that is the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, The Arabian Sea branch gives very little rainfall due to the Aravalli range, which is parallel to rain-bearing winds in the Rajasthan. Okay, due to the heat in desert region in Rajasthan, it doesn't saturate rainfall in the Rajasthan. Okay. The total volume of the Arabian branch is much more powerful than that of the Bengal branch, because Bengal branch gives only of 35% of rainfall to India, whereas the southwest monsoon gives of 65%. Okay, thus it is greater than the Bay of Bengal branch. It is larger than the Bay of Bengal branch. The whole of the Arabian Sea branch is used up by the entire country, whereas only a part of the Bengal branch enters India through northeast India. Rest, it goes to the Myanmar and the Thailand, the neighboring countries. The Arabian Sea branch gets exhausted by the time it reaches the Punjab. Okay. You can see here the Aravallis and the Western Ghats. Here the Aravallis are parallel to the southwest monsoon, but whereas the Western Ghats acts as a barrier forcing the southwest monsoon to shed the moisture towards the western side of the Western Ghats. Next we will see the Bay of Bengal branch. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Sri Lanka are the first to receive the onset of the Bay of Bengal branch. It advances northeastward. Okay. The main target of the Bay of Bengal branch is low pressure area in North Myanmar. Okay. So the place which is located in the low pressure area in the North Myanmar is near to the state Mouse syndrome. Okay, so thus Mouse syndrome gets the heaviest annual rainfall in the world. The Mouse syndrome is near Cherrapunji, which acts as a trap for rain-bearing winds to shed the moisture. Okay, but as the Shillong, which lies in rain shadow of Kashi Hills, gets very little rainfall because it is in the rain shadow. So Shillong lies in the rain shadow of Kashi Hills and Mouse syndrome lies in the leeward side of the Kashi Hills. Okay, thus Mouse syndrome gets the highest amount of rainfall in the world. The rainfall decreases as it proceeds through the Ganga Valley. It merges with the Arabian Sea branch and it sheds the moisture at the foothills of the Himalayas. It gives rainfall to West Bengal, Indo-Gigantic Plain, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana and Punjab. That's all for today. Go through the video. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Thank you. We'll continue in the next class.